Hello everybody, I'm Miss Penny from Marengo-Union Library, and I am here to teach you and show you, I should say, about clouds. Hopefully you can see them all. They're a little tiny from back there, but sometimes they're tiny in the sky too. I really wanted to do this outside, but this day that I am videoing, it is foggy and not so pretty, so we're doing it inside, which is fine too. And fun fact, did you know that if you walk around in the fog, you are actually walking through a cloud? True, true story. If you're outside, so have you ever watched clouds on a summer day? Some of the clouds in the sky are white and they're fat and they're fluffy, and some of them float high in the sky. Some of them are kind of in the middle, and some of them are very low in the sky. Some of them are gray and dark, and they're very thin, and they're not as white and fluffy, right? So all days kind of have different types of clouds in the sky. Some days they might even look a little green. So on the days that they look a little green, those are the days that we pretty much know there's a storm coming, like a tornado or a thunderstorm. And so scientists have been studying clouds for a long time, and they discovered several kinds of clouds, and they actually named them. So if you can see, I don't know if you can see, but these all have names on them. And you guys get to make this project at home too, and you'll get to name your clouds, and you'll kind of learn what the names of the different types of clouds are, and where they stand in the sky, because different types of clouds stand at different heights in the sky. Higher clouds, medium clouds, lower clouds. And I like watching clouds. Sometimes, have you ever watched the clouds and tried to figure out what shape you think the cloud might be? Like, oh, I see a dog in the sky. What do you see? And sometimes I'll see a dog, but you might see an elephant. We totally see different things. It's so fun to just lay on the ground sometimes and just stare at the clouds. And plus, clouds can give you a hint of what the weather is like and what weather is coming. Okay, whew, that was a lot of information right there, wasn't it? You can learn a lot more in books right here at the library. So feel free to come in, check out some books, and learn some more about clouds. We're also, of course, going to get my lovely little packet of info, but not only just, information about some fun different types of clouds, but you'll have, fun facts, the different types. Here's a list of different types of clouds, okay? But you're going to have some, like, here's a little paper that kind of explains a little bit more, like evaporation process, because in order for the clouds to fill up, because clouds are actually water, yes. So in order for them to fill up with water, it has to get the water from somewhere. So it comes from the ground, and it evaporates up into the sky. And as the water is going up and the air gets cooler, that's when they start forming into clouds. Now, when the clouds get too full, that is when they are ready to drop, and that's when it rains and storms and snows, depending on how cold it is. So there are a couple projects in here. Here is this cool science project if you want to do that. You're going to, you, because I've already made mine, but you're going to make, there's going to be something to make like a cloud viewer. So when you go out for walks or anywhere you go outside, you can bring this cloud viewer and you can look up at the clouds with it and see if you can figure out what kind of clouds are up in the sky. And there's this really cool paper I thought was really neat, so you can draw what you've seen. So when you're looking at them and you're like, oh, I see an alligator, you can draw it. So I thought that was really neat too. Okay, so enough about all of that stuff. Let's see, do you know why clouds are white? This is a tough one. I actually did not know the answer to this. I've learned a few things. So clouds are white because they reflect light from the sun. That's actually why they're white. gray clouds become really filled with water, and they can't reflect the light anymore, and that's why they're turning gray. And yeah, so did you also know that when it's really cold outside, when you breathe, you can blow out a cloud? So neat. All right, more stuff to do, more stuff to do, more stuff to do. So another project that you can do is this really neat. We're gonna make a cloud wheel. I've already cut out this piece. So you're gonna cut out this piece like this and make sure that you cut out the little square. It's important. Then we're gonna cut out carefully with your scissors the circle, okay? So there's two things to cut out. I will cut out this circle, and let's see. Did you know that clouds float in the air because they're lighter than air? Oh, it's actually, little water droplets. So I will be cleaning that up, have no worries. Yeah. And even though they're really, really, really light, because they're so large in volume when they get together, they're actually really, really, really heavy. Like, you can't just pick up a cloud, because it's like, when, if you have one little drop of water, you can carry it. But once you put a whole bunch of drops of water together, like in a bucket, think how heavy that bucket is. Yeah, that's what a cloud is like up in the sky. They're so, so huge. It can be as heavy as an airplane. So even though like each little droplet is super light, when you put it together into a one big cloud, it makes it super heavy. So you can't actually pick up a cloud. You couldn't actually hold it if it were all together. Way too heavy. Okay, next step for our wheel. There are holes, little black dots in the center of each of these. You're gonna poke a hole through them. Either poke it separately or with this little brad fastener that we like to use for some things. So we're gonna poke it through I'm gonna poke it through this paper first, the cloud one. Then I'm gonna go ahead and poke it right through onto this one so that they're just both together. Very carefully here. And there we go. And then I'm gonna turn it over. I'm gonna turn it onto the back side and then just kind of fold these pieces from the brad clip over so that it holds on to it. So I just folded them down, see, so that they held on. And then I can turn my wheel, and when a cloud appears, when a name appears on here, I have to figure out what is the answer. So what kind of cloud is this, and find it, okay? That is so neat. So it just helps you learn a little bit more what type of cloud is what. All right. And we kind of talked a little bit about fog, that if you're walking through fog, you're actually walking through a cloud, because fog is actually like pretty much, fog can come all the way down to the ground. So, and fog is a cloud. So you're walking through a cloud when it's foggy. It's pretty neat, pretty neat, pretty neat. Let me see if there's any other facts I can tell you before we go before I show you the one last thing that we have. Clouds do exist on other planets, but here's the but. Clouds are not made of water on other planets. Like, for example, Venus has clouds that are made of sulfur dioxide, while Jupiter and Saturn have clouds that are made of ammonia. So they do have clouds, but they're made of different materials, not made of water. You don't want to walk through those clouds. You can't walk on those planets anyway, but you don't want to walk through those clouds. All right. And let me think, anything. So all this stuff can be found in books, guys. All this stuff, I found all this information in books, which some of it I knew, some of it I didn't know. But who would have thought a simple thing in the sky that we see almost every day has so much fun information in it? Right. I guess, yeah, I think that is actually just about all the info that's about all the info. People have been studying, scientists have been studying these for like generations and generations, and it's an amazing, like, clouds are an amazing weather phenomenon. I can't even say the word now. Phenomenon. Whoo, said it. That, yeah, people have been studying. But if you look at clouds, you can actually almost figure out what the weather, you can figure out what the weather is going to be like just by looking at these different types of clouds, because they are so different. There are 10 different types of clouds here. Did you realize, when you look in the sky, did you realize that there are 10 different types of clouds? I actually didn't know there were 10 different, like, I had no idea. So much stuff. Okay, let's just be done with this part. Let's move on. Let's make the cloud viewer, which I already made. Directions are in there. This is the final product, okay? Really easy, actually. So what I did was I used the piece of paper that was in the kit. What you can do is you can do the same exact thing, or you can make yours a little different. You can draw your own clouds on your cloud viewer, or you can do it this way. You could cut out each individual picture and put them on however you want. It's really going to be your cloud viewer, so you get to do whatever you want with it, okay? There is a piece of, there's like a cereal box type of cardboard in your kit so that you can make it sturdier. Otherwise, it's just a really flimsy piece of paper, which, you know, could or could not last. And that's it. I taped and glued because I used glue stick, and the glue stick didn't stick too well to the cereal box, so that's why I retaped it. But that's it. There was a square in the center of the paper that I cut out, because otherwise, how are you going to view the clouds? Okay, that's it. That's it. I keep saying that's it because it was really as simple as that. Cut it out, glue it on, tape it on, whatever you need to do, or choose to make it more original and do it however you want to make it, okay? But all you're going to do is now you're going to take this and you're going to view the clouds outside. So let's see. Oh, let me see if I can get this in there. Right there. Oh, look it. There's these kind of clouds outside. And I can't even tell what that is in the video, but you should be able to tell. So you look at those, and after studying up on all these different kinds of clouds, what kind of day is it if you see those kind of clouds in the sky? Ooh, what if you see those kind of clouds in the sky? Probably not a day you necessarily want to be outside, but sometimes people like to sit outside on storms. Some people love storms. You never know. But there are so many different kinds of clouds, and this is a really neat viewer. So you can just take it outside and just look at the clouds. And if you don't want to make it like, if you don't want to be like, oh my gosh, this is a, I don't know, this is a stratus cloud. You don't even have to do that. You can just look at it and be like, that cloud right there, that one looks like a house. I mean, anything, there's so much you can do. That is it, everybody. You're going to be learning about clouds. Simple, fun, easy, fluffy, watery, because we think they're fluffy, but they're actually not fluffy. They're water. That's it. You guys have fun with this one. It's going to be super fun. You're going to have stuff in your kit to make this, to do this project, to make all these different types of clouds that way. You're going to be able to make the cloud wheel. You're going to be able to make a cloud viewer. You're going to have ideas for science projects to do with clouds, to learn a little bit more, and you're just going to be able to have fun. And by all means, come into the library, check out some books, and feel free to send us pictures of anything that you're doing, or videos, or come in and just talk to us and show us, or anything like that. Okay, you guys have a great day. I hope that you can get out on a beautiful day and just go cloud gazing. See you guys all later. Bye.